Welcome to day 8 of the 28-day photo challenge. Today we are doing a sunrise or sunset. I'm not a morning person, so we're going for a sunset.
Obviously, the best way to get a picture of sunset is, during the sunset. And essentially, the only rule you want to follow here is expose for the sky. Nothing else really matters at this point unless you're taking an HDR, because that high dynamic range will give you the exposure for everything in front of you, as opposed to the sky itself. But in this instance, I'm only going to be exposing for the sky. I'm going to be using the rule of thirds, but I'm going to be pushing that boundary a little bit just to keep the sky as the accent point for this picture. So now again, making sure that we are exposed for the sky. So it's a little bit underexposed, so I'm going to bring the shutter speed just a little bit to 100th of a second. And there we go. Now if it wasn't so cloudy, we would have significantly more rays coming across, but it's the middle of winter, so catching a sunset is a little bit harder. But the biggest thing that you want to take into account when shooting the sunset is actually knowing when the sunset happens. So you can actually search online for the sunset in your area, or twilight, which there's actually 3 sections of twilight. So there's going to be sunset, and that's when the sun is actually meeting the horizon. And then there's going to be civil twilight, which is when the sun has reached within a 6-degree radius below the horizon. There's going to be a nautical twilight, which is when it's within 12 degrees. And then after that is going to be the astronomical twilight. Once you've reached past that point, you're at night. There's no more sun that's actually hitting any portion of the atmosphere over here, making any sort of light itself. And now golden hour is when the sunset is starting, or just before that. So it's always a good thing to actually look up the sun's position to the earth before you're going out, so that way you know a rough time frame that you'll have to actually take all of these pictures to get the pictures that you went out for. But realistically, that's all there is to it, taking sunset or sunrise photos, is you just have to look it up, figure out what time the sun is rising or setting, and then just go out there and expose for the sky. And then you can get super cool sunset photos, unlike what I took today, because it's winter and it's like dark in the middle of the day. Like it's only like 5:30 right now. And in roughly 30 minutes, it's gonna be, night. I'm not gonna be able to see anything around here. So I'm trying to get back to the truck before I get attacked by a bear, and then I won't be able to actually edit these videos for anyone to see. So if you're watching this video, then I made it. So like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, that's cool. Or don't do any of it. I'm not telling you what to do.